friends, welcome back to Natural Living with Zenana. This week, as promised, I am bringing you a video about cast iron. Cast iron, as you learned in the last video, is one of the safest cookware options out there for us. And today we're just going to talk about two brands that I have in my kitchen, and I'm going to give you lots of information about cast iron, what is good about it, what is a drawback to it, and two different brands that I have used, and then you can decide at the end which brand you prefer. So first, let's just talk about cast iron in general. I have a couple cast iron pans here in front of me. Cast iron is very durable. It's made out of just cast iron. It is durable. It withstands heat of up to 500 degrees, which is fantastic. You can use it on the stove. You can use it in the oven. You can use it on the barbecue grill. So it's very versatile in that way. It can be used on all cooktops, gas, electric, convection cooktops, any type of cooktop it can be used on. So it works very well in every kitchen. And the other thing about it is that it lasts a lifetime and can even be passed down from generation to generation. In fact, there's lots of people who love cast iron so much that they look for it in antique stores, and you can actually refurbish a cast iron pan and get it ready for cooking, and it will be fantastic for you. So vintage cast iron is definitely a thing. People do dig that. The other thing about cast iron is that it has a very even heat distribution throughout the pan. So that is another really great benefit. And it can even be non-stick. If you take care of it and season it very well, then it can be a great non-stick surface for you. So some of the drawbacks of cast iron is that it is very heavy. So you do have to be able to carry this around and move it around. So sometimes for people who are a little older or have different situations, it may not be the best for them. Children, it's a little harder for children to cook. It also does get very hot. Although lots of companies do make some silicone handles that you can put over the end of your handle there so that it's easier to grab. So that is a drawback, the heaviness of it. They are a little bit harder to cook with for some people. It does require a little bit of technique to cook with cast iron, and they do require more care. You do have to keep them seasoned, and you have to be careful about the types of utensils you use with them. It's better to use wood or silicone versus metal to preserve the finish on your cast iron. The final drawback to cast iron is that it can leach some iron into your food while you're cooking with it. That actually is a drawback, and it can be a benefit to you depending on who you are and what your needs are. For vegan or vegetarian people, cooking with cast iron can be a great way to get a little extra iron in your diet, but for others who maybe already have too much iron, then that can be a drawback. But the good thing is that as long as you have a good finish, your food isn't exposed to the iron, the cast iron, then you may not get much iron at all. So keeping your pan seasoned will prevent as much iron from leaching into your food. So that is the general information about cast iron. And now let's go into the two brands that I'm going to talk about here with you. So stick with me here, guys, so at the end of this video you'll know which one will be best for you. So the two brands that I'm talking about today are Staub and Artisanal. So let's talk about Artisanal first. So this is my Artisanal skillet, the one that I've been holding up most of this video. This one I bought at Bed Bath & Beyond. So it's a very basic budget brand, It's called Artisanal Kitchen Supply. They actually have a lot of different kitchen items, cookware. This is the only one that I have from this company. But I will say that it has held up very well for me. It does come pre-sealed and it is 100% cast iron. And you can see the seal is pretty good. I actually have not even seasoned this pan since I got it, which I did buy it probably a year or two ago. I haven't used it too much, but I've been using it quite a bit recently. And it still has a pretty good seal on it, although I am ready to season them all again because they are definitely due for that. So come back for that video. I will be sure to post my process for you and guide you through seasoning a cast iron pan. I'll probably do all of mine at the same time because it is quite a process. And so anyway, that is Artisanal, and guess what the price of this cast iron pan was? I think I paid $30 for it. It looks like on Amazon right now you can get this for $35 to $45. And this is a 12-inch cast iron pan. So this is a very decent size. So as you can see, it's very budget friendly and it has performed very, very well. So that's Artisanal for you. It does have a lifetime warranty, which I think is fantastic. I would imagine that that is against cracking and things like that, because obviously these things are really durable and not much can happen to them. But I'll give you a link to the website where you can get more information about that as well. And the only drawback I would say to the Artisanal pan that I have discovered is that the finish is a little bit rough. So their casting process just leaves the bottom of the pan a little bit more rough than the other brand that I have. But there you have it. That's Artisanal. I think it's a fantastic option. I highly recommend it. There's lots of cast iron out there. If you use cast iron and love it, let us know down in the comments section. If you have a brand that you would recommend to us in the community, please let us know down in the comments section. We'd love to hear your experience with cast iron and what your favorite brands are. And so the other brand that I have a couple of cast iron pieces in is Staub. And Staub is a very, very high-end French brand, and it is fantastic. It has a very smooth finish. It actually says that it has an enamel coating on the inside. It also has enamel on the back side. And this enamel here, I got it in kind of a blue-green color. I don't know if you can see that at all, but it does come in a lot of fashion colors, and you can even get it enameled all the way around here. It's really pretty. And like I said, this finish is very soft, it's very smooth, it's much more smooth than the Artisanal brand. These also come pre-seasoned, and they say that it's dishwasher safe. You can use any kind of soap on it. I have not put mine in the dishwasher, and I don't know about you. Let us know in the comments section if you put your cast iron in the dishwasher. But I definitely don't. I like to wash it with a gentle cleanser. I'll show you that in just a second. But I use a gentle cleanser and a gentle scrubber with it. They do say not to use steel scrubbers with them, and to be careful when you are cleaning it. You can soak them. You can soak both of them if they do happen to get some stuck on stuff on them. But you do want to wash them pretty quickly. Make sure that they've cooled down before you wash them, and then wash and dry them before you put them away. But I would say Staub is fantastic. I love this brand. This pan was $129, so much more expensive than the Artisanal brand, but definitely a very nice, high quality piece of cookware. I have one other Staub that I will show you really quickly as well, and this is my big like wok type pan, wok, however you say it, and I use this one a lot as well. One of the drawbacks to cast iron is that you should not cook anything acidic in it, like tomato sauce. If you are going to cook something acidic, then I would use a Dutch oven, something that is an enameled cast iron. And this, you can see it does need to be seasoned. So that is why I do need to season all of my pans. I do often put a little bit of coconut oil in the bottom of my pan after I've washed it and dried it, and you can heat it a little bit with the oil in it and then just leave it like that. It kind of is like applying lotion to your pans. So that is a good way to store them for sure. So this is a really great pan as well. This is the cleanser that I use on all of my cast iron. It's just made with oils. It's very simple. It doesn't have any soaps or harsher cleansers in it. And I think it's a great option and probably keeps them a little bit more oiled, keeps the seasoning lasting longer. They do also have a seasoning product as well, and I'll put a link to that down in the description too. So that's it for cast iron Staub versus Artisanal. And they're both great options, I say. It just depends on your budget and what you want to spend on your cast iron cookware. Again, cast iron is super healthy. It's a great product for you and your family, and you will be able to enjoy it for lifetimes. All right, friends, thank you so much for joining me this week. Be sure to stop by next week too. We will be talking about baking and lots of important information that you need to know about making cookies with your family. All right, friends, thank you so much. So happy to see you here. Definitely share any information you have in the comments section below. Check out more information in the description. And if you find this information helpful, hit the subscribe button and the like button. And I will look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care, and I wish you lots and lots of good health. Bye-bye.